I've had a few people, including clients, asking me about how AI learns and share concerns about it remembering their private data. The reality of it is that they've got the memory of a goldfish. It's like Groundhog Day, where every conversation is a fresh, restarted mind. And that's probably surprising, but trying to explain it can get too deep and complicated. So I made a tool to explain it better. So let me introduce GuyFresh with the memory of a goldfish, the LLM Forgetfulness demonstrator. This is a program that gives us a chat interface with an AI, an LLM. Typically when we interact with an LLM, it's through an interface such as this, and that software provides some sense of a persistent memory, but it's not really what's going on behind the scenes. This tool will show how that works. He says, "Hi, I'm GuyFresh and I have the memory of a goldfish without my notes." That's okay. I'm Derek and I like teal. So he knows that I'm Derek and I like teal. And if I say, "Who am I?" Well, this is GuyFresh, a fresh mind. All he knows is that I'm a person chatting with him right now. He knows nothing about this. In fact, he has a notes section, but as he told us at the start, he's a goldfish without his notes. What we can do is copy our chat so far into his notes, make sure to actually hand the notes to him, and this will send a log of the chat to GuyFresh with our next message. I'll ask him again. He was much more sure of himself with his notes, and he could tell me who I am and what color I like. Let's go through that cycle one more time. I say something. GuyFresh replies. He gets some chat. And I continue the conversation, and he knows I'm talking about rock music because he has the chat log so far. This cycle is what's happening under the hood with every AI conversation. So let's have a not very important conversation with GuyFresh. If I ask the question, "How about second best?" with no context, GuyFresh would be clueless, but I will, as ever, copy our prior chat into the notes, send my message, and he will have the context that we're talking about these three terms for animal fur. Fuzzy is a baby chick, fluffy is a dog, silky is a rabbit. As you can imagine, these notes can get lengthy. In fact, they can be too much data to deal with, especially if you were thinking of images or video in the context. And so there's another common technique, which is to reduce it. I'm clicking Create a Digest, and now the notes are going to be filled with a distilled version of our conversation so far. I'm not going to give GuyFresh these notes. If I start a new conversation, I'll just ask, "What's on your mind?" And it's going to come out with something generic, keeping things cool and simple. If I include this digest, which was created from our previous conversation, and I ask the same question, "What's on your mind?" The difference between fuzzy bumblebees, and obviously it's informed by the digest that we just presented it. The notes that are injected into the conversation don't have to be complicated. GuyFresh has no notes right now. So if I ask it, "What should I do today?" Grab a coffee, go for a walk. If I ask the same message with these notes about me, "Go visit a local cheese shop." Oh, it's like it knows me so well. This is the impression that people have of an AI learning from their conversations and learning about them. And I think it's the source of a lot of these privacy concerns. As you can see, it's nothing alarming. It's just that the AI has access to some information that it can use for its part of the conversation. The reality is that these AI tools have the memory of a goldfish, and it's the software built around the AI that actually provides it the context and the impression of learning about you through your conversations. It takes a little work on the part of application developers to give the LLM what it needs in order to maintain a consistent conversation. That's just how they work. And this aspect of AI does not guarantee confidentiality. Some of these AI companies could take what is in the notes here and use that to train an AI, but it's either forbidden by their terms or it's an option that can be toggled off. But when you're using enterprise-grade API calls, the standard behavior is just to drop everything from the conversation, retain nothing. Or as I called it here, the Goldfish security model. It doesn't guarantee the confidentiality of your data, but it's a lot safer than most people think. I'll post a link so you can try GuyFresh yourself if you'd like. I don't think he makes for a good conversation partner, but your secrets are safe with him.